Hello guys, welcome back. I know I've been gone for a while, um, but I just started school. Well, I didn't just start school, but I'm back in school and things have just got a little bit hectic. But I'm here and we're gonna start A Hunger Like No Other, which is Kresley Cole's second installment into the Immortals After Dark series. I've read it before, I loved it, and I think you guys are going to love it too. If you have the book, feel free to follow along. And here on the cover, I'm seeing where it's saying that it's a unique romance. It truly stands on its own, and that's a quote actually by Sherilyn Kenyon, another New York Times best-selling author. Apparently, this was before Kresley Cole herself became a New York Times best-selling author. So, yes, let's get right to it. Sometimes the fire that licks the skin from his bones dies down. In this fire, in a recess of his mind, still capable of rational thought, he believes this. His fire because he's fed it for centuries with his destroyed body and decayed mind. Long ago, and who knows how much time he thought passed, the vampire horde trapped him in these catacombs deep beneath Paris. He stands chained against a rock, pinned at two places on each limb, one around his neck. Before him, an opening into the hell that spews fire. Here, he waits and suffers, offered to a column of fire that may weaken, but is never ending, never ending. Just like his life, his existence is to burn to death, repeatedly only to have his dogged immortality revive him again. Detailed fantasies of retribution have gotten him this far. Nursing the rage in his heart is all he has. Until her. Over the centuries, he has sometimes heard uncanny news, things in his streets above, occasionally smelled Paris' changing seasons. But now he has scented her, his mate, the one woman made for him alone. The one woman he searched for without cease for 1,000 years up until the day of his capture. The flames have ebbed. At this moment, she lingers somewhere above. It is enough. One arm strains against the bonds until the thick metal cuts into his skin. Blood drips, then pours. Every muscle in his weakened body works in concert, striving to do what he's never been able to do an eternity before. For her, he can do this. He must. His yell turns to a choking cough as he rips two bonds free. He doesn't have time to disbelieve what he's accomplished. She is so close. He can almost feel her, need her. Another arm wrenches free. With both hands, he clenches the metal, biting into his neck. Vaguely remembering the day the thick, long pain was hammered into place. He knows its two ends are embedded at least 3 to 4 feet down. His strength is waning, but nothing will stop him when she is so close. In a rush of shock and dust, the metal comes loose, the recoil making him fling it across the cavernous space. He yanks at the bond, wrapping tight around his thigh. He rests it, and the one at his ankle, he pulled it free, then began on the last two, holding his other leg. Already envisioning his escape, not even glancing down, he pulls. Nothing. Brows drawn in confusion, he tries again, straining, groaning with desperation. Nothing. Her scent is fading. There's no time. He pitilessly regards his trapped leg, imagining how he could bury himself in her and forget the pain. He reaches above his knees with shaking hands, yearning for that oblivion within her. He attempts to crack the bone. His weakness ensures that this takes half a dozen tries. His claws slice his skin and muscle, but the nerve running the length of his femur is taut as a piano wire. When he even nears it, unimaginable pain stabs up on his length and explodes in his upper body, making his vision go black. Too weak, bleeding too freely. The fire was building again soon. The vampires return periodically. Well, will he lose her just when he's found her? Never, he grates. He shudders himself to the beast inside him, the beast that will take its freedom with its teeth, drink water from the gutters, and scavenge refuge to survive. He sees the frenzied amputation as though watching a misery from a distance, crawling from his torture, abandoning his leg. He pulls himself through the shadows of the dark catacombs until he spies a passageway. Ever watchful of his enemies, he creeps through the bone-littered floor to reach it. He has no idea how far it is to escape, but he finds his way, and strength by following her scent. He regrets the pain he will give her. She will be so connected to him. She'll feel his suffering and horror as her own. It can't be helped. He is escaping, doing his part. Can she save him from his memories when his skin still burns? He finally inches his way to the surface, then into the darkened alley, but her scent has faltered. Fate has given her to him when he needs her most, and God help him, and this city if he can't find her. His brutality has been legendary, and he will unleash it without measure for her. He fights to sit up against the wall, clawing tracks into the brick street. He struggles to claim his ragged breath so he can scent her once more. Need her. Bury myself in her. Waiting so long. Her scent is gone. His eyes go wet and he shudders violently at the loss. An anguish to roar makes the city tremble. In all of us, even in good men, there is a lawlessness, wild beast nature which peers out in sleep. Socrates, 469 to 399 BCE. Apparently that's a quote by Socrates. So that was actually the prologue. I'm not sure if everything was from Socrates. I highly doubt it. I think it's only that in all of us, even in good men, there is a lawlessness, wild beast nature which peers into sleep. I think only that part was said by Socrates, but it's not in quotes, so I guess it was meant to flow with the story, which is really good literature actually. But yeah, that's the prologue of A Hunger Like No Other. Leave your comments and tell me what you like, what you're anticipating for this book, and remember to subscribe. Alright, bye.